From the streets to the top of football, Gabriel Jesus' storied career is truly remarkable and inspirational. A rare talent, an irrepressible dream, and the gift of motherhood saw Gabriel Fernando de Jesus blossom into one of the finest strikers in modern football history. Just how did the former street painter become Arsenal's new star? What Gabriel Jesus represents to fans is a never-say-die attitude and a message of hope. While a few other footballers have had their fair share of struggles on their way to the top, Jesus' story stands out, thanks to his humility, sheer passion, the speed of his rise, and an irresistible smile always seen on his face. Let's take a look at his journey. Born in Jardim Peri, a poor neighborhood in the northern part of Sao Paulo, Brazil, on April 3, 1997, Gabriel Jesus didn't come with a silver spoon. To make matters worse, his father abandoned him alongside his 3 older siblings and mother for another woman while he was still a baby. With football being the most popular sport in Brazil, it wasn't surprising to see Jesus kicking the ball when he was around 4 or 5. An amateur career would then follow for the incipient talent, thanks to his mother, Vera Lucia, who saw the potential in him. An amateur career would begin at the age of 8 for Jesus, who, alongside his friend Farbinho, approached the coach of Pequeninos, a street football club located in a prison. Jesus wanted to learn more about the team and soon found himself playing on the pitch, which was just outside the Romão Gomes military prison building. Well, he would later have a hard time convincing people that he wasn't convicted of some crime. Former neighbor Wagner Andrade would take Jesus and up to 8 other kids in his car to the training ground at Pequeninos, where he would play in the morning before running off to another team, União de Peri, to play in the afternoon. That's how passionate this kid's desire was. According to his first coaches, Jose Mamid and Carlos Alberto, Jesus never missed a training session. Mamid said he was always the first in line for exercises and drills. He wasn't one of those who loitered at the back pretending to do the drill like so many are. I've had at least 10 young players here who are as good, if not better than him, but they didn't make it because they were lazy, something that Gabriel never was. Hardly any better words from coach and mentor. After a few years, Jesus would tell his mother that he needed to change clubs. He made the switch to Anhanguera, where he was scouted for a trial at Palmeiras after 2 years. He impressed with 2 goals and was the best player on the pitch. At Palmeiras, Jesus would have a record-breaking season with 54 goals in 48 matches. In January 2015, he was promoted to the senior team, and this was where his professional career would start to take shape. Throughout his amateur career, Jesus mostly played on dirt pitches with terrible boots, if any, and unfavorable conditions with no referees at times. Little wonder he would later donate 250 pairs of new boots to his neighborhood. Still, he got the better of defenders double his size in a more central role in the midfield back then, even drawing the attention of his idol, the original Ronaldo, who said he saw himself in the youngster. When he wasn't playing ball, he was painting. Jesus described street painting as a sort of community obligation. Jesus painted sidewalks for the 2014 World Cup tournament in Brazil in this memorable throwback. However, he has long admitted that he also painted the streets for the 2010 and 2006 editions. Kids in his neighborhood were no stranger to menial jobs. They sometimes had only 1 meal per day and would even ride the bus for an hour just to get a free sandwich and a soda. While painting barefooted, little did Jesus know that he would be the first choice striker, the Selecão number 9 for the next World Cup in 2018. And even have his own mural in his favela. Jesus might have left Jardim Peri, but Jardim Peri certainly hasn't left him. Soon, Jesus made his way into the Brazil U20 team. He was awarded the best newcomer for an explosive 2015 season. The following year, he helped Brazil to win its first football goal at the Olympics with 3 goals in 6 matches. After 2 trophies with Palmeiras, Jesus was on the radar of Europe's biggest clubs. In the summer of 2016, Jesus signed for Manchester City from Palmeiras for around £30 million, following a phone call from Guardiola, who explained his importance to the team. However, he didn't join his new team until January 2017, when Brazil's domestic season ended. Jesus had no problems adapting to life in Manchester. Following his transfer to the Premier League, he said, "If I could, I would take everyone who has been with me since my growth. I'm very connected to my neighborhood. Every time I have a day off, I go there. I'm at home. If I could, I would take the entire Paris Garden neighborhood to form a Jardin Paris in Manchester. It's a place where I have peace, where I like to be. He never forgot his roots, often sharing throwback pictures and videos on his Twitter account and Instagram accounts. At City, Jesus evolved from a specialist goal poacher in a central role to a much more rounded attacking game. In fact, 13 of his 14 Premier League goals were scored from close range within 8 yards, with the exception of being a penalty against Leicester in May 2017. Under Pep, the 5'9" striker was able to play off either flank or down the middle and become remarkably versatile. His movement, footwork, and passes became constant threats to the opposition, while bringing his teammates into play. An explosive athlete being able to outpace defenders and get into space easily. Jesus recorded 95 goals and 46 assists in 236 games across all competitions in a 5-year-and-a-half stint with Man City. For his efforts, he would win 4 Premier League titles, 1 FA Cup, 3 League Cups, and reach the Champions League finals in 2021. What makes Jesus' stint with City even more impressive is the intense competition he faced in a talented City attacking line with Aguero, Sterling, Mahrez, and others, limiting his opportunities at times. On July 4, 2022, Jesus signed a 5-year contract at Arsenal and was assigned the number 9 shirt in a £45 million transfer. He had been wearing the number 33 shirt for religious reasons in tribute to Jesus being crucified at that age. It took the Brazilian just 85 seconds to register his first goal for the club in the preseason match against Nuremberg. Since then, he has bagged 2 goals and 3 assists in just 3 Premier League games this season. Although it's still early days, there's already a lot of excitement with the 25-year-old leading the line at Arsenal. His flexibility to fit into different formations for Mikel Arteta, that has had chronic problems up front, presents an interesting challenge. Arsenal fans would be hoping that he finishes off chances regularly so they can get back into the Champions League and hopefully even make them title contenders along with their other new signings. Throughout Jesus' career, his mother has provided strong support and love. While his 3 older siblings were put to work at the age of 12 to supplement the family income, Jesus was allowed to concentrate on his football. According to her, sometimes he just wouldn't let go of the ball and she would need to scream at him to come home at night. A disciplinarian, she would sometimes pull his ears for missing chances in important matches and scold him for being caught in the offside positions. In Gabriel's words, "My mother is my warrior. She is the boss." The Arsenal star sees her as the most important figure in his life and has 2 tattoos in honor of her. Also, his iconic phone call to celebration is a tribute to his mother, who continues to call him after every match. Dona Vera, as she is fondly called, continues to call the shots on the Brazilian's finances, press commitments, and even personal life. Relentless passion from a shy kid and a dedicated mother saw Gabriel Jesus rise from the corridors of street painting to Arsenal's new star. For someone who hasn't forgotten his humble beginnings, Gabriel Jesus is a great guy on and off the pitch, and with still so many years ahead of him, there's no telling what he can achieve with his new club, Arsenal. Do you think Jesus will become one of the top strikers in the Premier League? Stay tuned to Soccer Central for more incredible soccer videos like this.